Who's ready to go across the sea?
Previously on Lost.
Who's ready to make a ship? Welcome back. We're going to be watching more Attack on Titan. Kimmy here.
Storm here.
Tom here.
So we are on season 4.
We made it.
Yes, I'm excited. And now our team is at Paradise Island and they saw the ocean.
Yeah.
Right? They saw the sea.
They touched the water. They just are in awe.
Everyone's
can't
so
believe
excited.
it. And now they're contemplating possibly going across.
I know.
Oh, they
what
get
does
there?
that mean?
Not by horse.
Yeah.
I know. What's across the sea? Like, how advanced are different communities? Like, are they truly enemies? And Aaron was very solemn, very, almost numb last time. And he really felt bad about that Titan just buried or, pushed into the ground and wasn't moving.
Yeah.
And he called him like a fellow patron or something. So, we see a different side of Titans now that we do feel bad for them. They were people, they were tortured, and there's this great war going on back and forth.
They were forced to turn.
Yeah, forced to turn and just, being tortured. Oh my God, right before they were sent off to paradise.
Well, at least the guy that the owl sacrificed got what he deserved.
It's just in sick ways. It's so gross. Yeah, so I'm curious on where this is going to go from here. I mean, I'm glad they took back Wall Maria, they rebuilt it, and people are living there again. That's a huge thing.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. So that's a good thing for humanity, but it just sucks that everyone's memory was erased and they're living this fake life, not even knowing about this other community beyond the wall that's more advanced and about the Great War and stuff like that. So we'll see. Well, no, they started to expose it. They were talking about it, right? Because they have the books and stuff now. And
yeah, they got the free books.
Yes, they do.
So their eyes are going to be reopened.
Yeah, big time.
So you guys ready?
Ready.
We're watching on Crunchyroll today, so the numbering is different. So this is episode 401. Crunchyroll, it's 460. Wow. Woo, get thrown right into it, huh?
Man.
Yeah.
That was intense.
That was a brutal war.
Yeah. And I was trying to figure out when this took place, and is this in the now? Is this what's happening overseas right now, or what Reiner and Zeke went through?
I think what they went through.
Yeah, I think it's what they went through.
Yeah.
Previously. And here we have a big war that's been ongoing. It goes back and forth, but it never ends.
Right.
Between the Marleys and the Eldians.
Did Reiner look older in...
He did look older.
Did look older.
Sometimes
he had the facial hair
and dirty from war, I don't know. But yeah, he looked older.
Yeah, he looked more like his bones.
But Zeke didn't. Zeke didn't look like a hippie like he did, the last time we saw him out of his Titan.
Yeah, he looked younger.
They looked, I don't know. They both looked a little bit older to me. But yeah, I think it might be just the animation style. I don't know. But I like how it was animated, first of all. But yeah, they did look a little bit older. And then we have these kids. So we have all these Eldians that are working for the Marleys. And is it their choice to do that? It doesn't seem like it, because the soldiers, all the soldiers there are Eldians. And then the commander keeps demeaning them in a way where it seems like they do have some respect because they need them, but here the commander is just mumbling oh, these Eldians and blah blah blah.
Yeah, and he was willing to let 800 of them die, where that one girl said, you're just going to lose me, Gabby, or
Gabby.
You're going to just lose me and 7
grenades.
Yeah, and isn't this better? She did it at the last minute, because she wants to, succeed so she can be the armored Titan.
Yeah.
But, and he went for it after he already sent them out. So they were just in the waiting. But, I mean, she succeeded.
Mm-hmm. Which was incredible, because I thought she was totally going to die. She was
so proud to do it.
She looked kind of crazy-eyed.
They had her in their sights, and they were going to shoot her. They were going back and forth.
And they were kind of thinking, oh no, she's just an innocent, young girl.
Well, that's what she took off her uniform for to make them think about it.
Yes, and they were both
really
egging each other on to do it. Like, they didn't want to do it themselves. They wanted the other.
And how crazy is it that we're always reminded that here, this young, innocent girl, like, that was smart of her to do that, young and innocent, walking up to them afraid and stumbling and all that.
And well, like seemed her injured,
Yeah, and then they mumble something about, she could activate and become a Titan. Like, holy crap, like, that would just kill you all right now,
Yes.
And I mean, I guess dangerous. Age doesn't really matter when you have a 50-foot Titan coming at you.
I know, most of them were so young. And
she's only 9, she's fine.
Yeah, and I really think this group of kids that we were seeing with Gabby, and I wrote down the names, but Udo,
Falco, Cole.
Yeah, and... they looked a lot younger because we see, Aaron, like, they're all aging, but sometimes it's hard to tell with the animation, like, how old they actually are. And then Aaron, Armin, Mikasa, like, I just kept seeing them a whole lot older, even though we knew how old they were from the start.
Well, they were probably about that young when they first started, right?
Yeah, so I think this group is younger than 15, because I know we made that comment thinking, how old are they? I think they're like maybe 12 or something insane.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. I don't know,
it's hard to tell, but they do look younger. And for them to really want this honor to have those powers, I mean, they want to become the Armored Titan, and that's the next stage. So it seems like Reiner is at the end of his era, like he's the end of his reign.
Or maybe he was at the end of his reign.
Yeah.
Right, and for her to ask permission, for Gabby to ask permission to take off her band, so that they were just enslaving these Eldians.
I know, that's what I was kind of thinking.
They're just pawns. They're using them as pawns.
That's it. And she's like, may I take off my band to do this? Like, she's already sacrificing herself, potentially, on the suicide mission as well, being the Suicide Squad, and she had to ask for permission. And it worked. He's like, okay.
And it's crazy, too, because it gets so complicated. Because then we have Zeke and Reiner actually defending and working with the Marleys. And they're their, like, biggest weapons. And yet their kind are enslaved.
Well, maybe this is where the turning point happens, that he's starting to realize what they did.
Yeah.
So maybe what he's doing now is kind of, like, turning the tide and...
Yeah, maybe after this war of many... they defeated the army there, and now,
because
what did they do with all the soldiers after the war's done? Maybe they slaughtered everybody.
Well, right, but plus, these kids are being promised to take over the Armored Titan, the Colossal Titan, but yet Reiner is still the Armored Titan. So
they're going to eat him.
Why is this? But why? Why didn't this happen yet? Why is Reiner still the Armored Titan for?
Yeah,
when we see him
probably went rogue after that. Yeah. And who is that Skull Titan? Did we have a name for that one yet?
Galliard.
Yeah, his actual name was like Galliard or something.
Yeah, but we don't know the name of it.
Yeah, so he's that. Titan, yeah, because when I was trying to.
They mentioned it at the beginning, but I didn't catch it.
Yeah, because they kept talking about Armored Titan 2, so I was like, is this like way before? So was that the original Armored Titan? They look different, maybe.
Like the nails were different. Armored.
Mm-hmm. Just like all
his
bone.
His face was armored.
Yeah, but maybe it's just like a different kind of armor or something.
Or it could have been more like a hardening kind of thing.
Yeah, it was cool though, and seeing them work together, being intelligent, and they're so monstrous. They
did mention in the beginning that they had to be careful because they could lose some types of Titans if they get killed.
Any Titan, if I know some are stronger than others, but because they were even talking about strategically making sure that this armored train, they have the weapons to actually kill their Titans really fast.
Well, look at the Armored Titan. It took him out.
Yeah, exactly. Right,
and he had armor. The other ones don't have as much armor.
And he was like layered like this, and it was still puncturing different layers all the way through. So that was very dangerous.
But
and how quick they were matched.
My thing is, if this does take place in the past, maybe that other Titan with the armored face and the fingernails, maybe he loses. Maybe we lose that Titan ability. Because maybe he gets killed before he can pass it on.
Maybe he's one of the 9, right?
Yeah. Maybe he gets killed before he can pass it on, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Right. So, he came to his Yeah, like he came to his expiration date. What, 13 years?
I know.
Well, not even that, but maybe he just got killed in battle before he was
True.
able to.
Who knows? Yeah, maybe they get. I mean, like it seems really bad for the Eldians, anyways. Here, but maybe after this is won, they kill off that one, like his own, like the Marleys kill off that particular Titan for some reason, and then they're like, "Holy
Just
crap!" Like
maybe
we're
they
just
can control him better.
Yeah, because maybe he goes rogue or something, and I truly believe they went on their own after this.
Yeah.
But Zeke still, I mean, he's obviously the Beast Titan, and he still
Right.
seems to be in charge of the Titans because he had that scream.
Absolutely. He did scream. They all changed. They were a little too high up in altitude, and
But
they
it's
lost
strange-
half of them, right?
It's strange to see how they're all kind of like zombified when they were getting thrown out of the plane.
That was
Yes.
new. We haven't seen that yet because they usually get like stabbed or hurt and then pushed off to Paradise Island,
right.
and then they change. But here they actually already had that effect, that same stone.
And they were kind of
glass
wrapped in
look.
something. They were kind of wrapped up, so this way they probably couldn't activate
Right.
themselves.
They couldn't escape. They couldn't do whatever.
Yeah, because they
Just
probably
to
did
each
not
other.
want to be there. I'm sure
I mean,
because
just
yeah.
the
they were
Titan
going
falling
to
out of the
die.
sky is damage enough.
Yeah, and half of them died.
Half of them died, yeah,
falling that
exactly.
far. So
Maybe that's what he realized, that he was sacrificing his own people to help somebody else's war.
yeah, and they were degraded, and they weren't seeing
Right.
anything but a weapon to be used.
Right.
Like you have
Yeah.
these kids that are warriors, and they're called the something warriors, and they have to like prove themselves, and the best of them will be the armored Titan. Hey, you get to eat your comrade. Woo! He's gonna die anyway.
And
so
Gabby
no
was
pressure.
just, very confident, and she was like, "Don't even bother. I'm gonna win, anyway." And I'm
Well,
adorable too.
Is it possible that maybe as kids they don't know the process of gaining the Titan abilities?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe they don't realize that you have to eat the person before them.
I wonder if they don't know, if they're ever told, and do they just make them change and just put Reiner there and he just jumps
Maybe
in.
it's like you want to be the Titan, stab, throw him in there. There you go.
And maybe they'll have no idea. I'm sure they
Or they're
would,
just
though.
brainwashed to think it's a wonderful thing. And
Yeah, it's
like,
an honor.
Yeah, it might be an honor to
right.
take over.
I mean, how awful is that where you have this major ability, like this insane ability, and you're going to die in 13 years, but, crap, my life is short now. I'm like 13 years left to go. And if I want to pass on this extraordinary power, you got to eat me.
But
Like, ew.
if you think about
Awful.
this, if they only live for about 13 years, then that means this war had to take place within the last 13 years. Because I mean, Reiner and Zeke are both in it, and they're still operating the same
Correct.
Titan, so it couldn't have been that old of a war.
No.
And they have to go through the sea to get to the other side now. So now I think that's what we're going to see.
I mean, if
How
you
they
look
get
at their
there.
technology, I mean, both cities, if you look at their technologies, they both are about the same age. I mean, if you look at our crew and their rifles and stuff, they're all a lot older style.
right.
These guys, they're a little bit more high tech, but they're still retro, I guess I want to say.
Yeah, it's still older. I can tell.
Yeah. So
But
I
they have
mean,
some
they're
more
both in their
advancements.
developing stage, but they're one's a little bit further along than the other one is.
Yeah, because they have like blimps, so they're using more air raid, techniques, I guess.
Right. And then the guns, and it's almost like a World War II kind of thing.
Yeah. So I mean, the war can't be that old. I mean, so their
I don't think so.
timeline has to be, pretty close. They just
Yeah.
made it look more grayish to give it that more old time war feel, I guess. But
Yeah. This was well animated,
ships.
this
It was.
episode, So the title was The Other Side of the Sea. So obviously where they were looking off last episode, and Aaron's like, do we have to kill all our enemies over there? So that must be all of this. To be straightforward.
Exactly.
But yeah, want to learn more. That's crazy. I love seeing them fight, and then the armored Titan just really taking out everyone, but then being equally matched, where I actually was worried about
He
him.
was
I was like, oh my
surprised,
god.
yeah.
Even though it took
well, I mean,
place in the
and that
past,
goes to show you too that our crew, they are just getting weapons that can hurt them, but not to this capacity yet.
No, and it shows like how they can take out a lot of Titans very fast with all this heavy weaponry, all the heavy weapons that they had.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Even the cannons were doing something.
Yeah, they were puncturing,
on the
no
wall.
problem.
Right.
They were actually called Titan killers, or they had Titan names or something.
Yeah, I
They
mean
were
the
made
train was
specifically
doing
for that.
the train was doing the most damage, but the even the ships were the ships took out.
They were. That was very impressive because even the Beast Titan was shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and good thing Reiner stepped in.
Exactly.
I love that scene because
Not
just
that
the
I'm rooting for them,
delay.
it's just-
I know, but you're just
sorry.
seeing both sides. You're like, oh my god, so it's well done that way. But just like the Beast Titan getting ready to throw all those like explosives, and then here you see the other missiles, you just see the flashes, and then it takes a while for them to come over. Like the delay is so scary because you know it's going to happen.
Right.
Just like when he was throwing originally, at
the rocks and stuff.
Oh yeah, all
Yeah.
those rocks he just crumbled and just made.
And everyone just against
projectile.
Wall Maria, and they were just stuck there. That was horrible. But yeah, just the delay of all this bombardment of like terribleness, just like how.
Yeah, and that surprised him as well.
Well, see, the one thing
Big
that's
time.
different between that city and what we're used to is they don't seem to have. I want to call them slayers. They don't have, the gear and stuff to actually get up and personal with these Titans like our guys do.
Right.
So
Right.
I mean, they're all. They seem a little. I don't want to say a step back on that aspect, but they rely on their weapons to do all the damage.
Yeah, they're not honing in on just the nape going, getting airbound and going individually.
Well, they do mention shoot the nape, but yeah, they're not getting up close and personal with them.
Right.
Which is
And-
a lot
and
scarier, to be honest.
It is,
Yeah.
but and a lot of their artillery did get the napes.
Yeah, they were.
They did
pretty good
have a
shots.
good aim, for some of them.
Yeah, they really took out a lot of them. But yeah, just very different styles. And I like the cannons more than actually flying up because I think your life's more at risk. But then if you have a Titan or many Titans there, like anything goes, like you're going to die
Right,
really
they're going to
fast
go
either
to
way.
the source, right? Like the train, like the gunnery.
So swinging around might give you
ships.
more freedom to get out of the way too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you're closer to the Titan, but it's going to come after you anyways. So being able to maneuver quickly to get out of the way is a good thing to have. Yeah, good show. Can't wait for the next episode, guys. So yay, season 4. Woo! Get thrown right into a huge war again. Or not again, but a lot of battles, but then we have a major war going on. So thank you guys
More
so much for
carnage.
watching. Please subscribe. More carnage.
Do it.
And we'll see you very soon as always. Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye. Toodaloo.